Number 11 on the Open Doors World Watch list is India. Joining us to talk about what is fueling persecution in the world's largest democracy is Joseph D'Souza. He's Bishop of Good Shepherd Church and a human rights advocate who hails from the beautiful nation of India. Thank you so much for joining us again on the broadcast. Why is India so high up on the list, number 11?
I think we've had a very bad year in India.
2017 specifically was tough.
Yeah, 2017 was tough. And it's probably on the list because of the increased attacks at the local level from various subsets of the right-wing Hindu groups. And the incidents of attacks and persecution have increased in the last year.
What was it about the year 2017 that made it all the more difficult for believers in India?
There has been, it's not just related to the Christians, it's related also to the Muslims and Dalits and now also Hindus. There has been an increase in terms of violence across the nation in the last couple of years. Cow slaughter, and all of the lynchings and everything else. And then, of course, the propaganda that continues to go on, which is absolutely not correct, that Christians are involved in false and fraudulent conversions. Nothing of that sort is happening, and if it's happening, by now they should have been able to catch and prosecute, given all of the anti-conversion laws that are in the country, in the north. But the propaganda that somehow Christians are working against India and against the interests of India in trying to be Christians is what is propelling this. And a lack of control on these groups that seem to commit crimes or attack minorities with impunity because they think, oh, our party is in power, so we can go ahead and do what we want to do.
For many, many years, you have advocated social justice and freedom for what is known as the Dalit community, the so-called untouchables in India. Give us an update. What is God doing amongst the Dalits, amongst the so-called untouchables?
I think the part of the movement that we are, 20, 25 years, we have come a long way.
Yeah.
And as I said that time, and I continue to say, that India cannot continue with the caste system. And India has to find, larger India has to find, all of the religions have to find, how do we get caste system within our religion out and stop the oppression of the Dalits. And while many Dalits have found freedom and dignity through Christian work in education and spiritual work and other kinds of things, the problem is not over.
In the midst of all these challenges, is the church growing, still growing?
The church has to grow in this kind of conflict. And you and I know that persecution has never stopped the growth of the church. In fact, when we are attacked, we are persecuted, we become stronger, and the faith of our North Indian brothers and sisters has to be seen, to be believed, and how they keep witnessing, not because of an external agenda. They have no foreign funding, nothing. They're local people. Yes, they're standing strong, and they're not recanting.
We will have to leave it there. As always, Dr. D'Souza, pleasure to have you back on the broadcast.
Welcome.